Would you, as whatever feels good to you, let's rise. And let's follow Jessie in singing. For all that is our life, we sing our thanks and praise. For all life is a gift, which we are called to use to build the common good and make our own days glad. For arms which others serve, for services we give, for wealth and his rewards, for hours of rest and love, we come and praise and thanks. For all that is our life, for sorrow we must bear, for failures, pain and loss, for each new thing we learn, for fearful hours that pass, we come with praise and thanks. For all that is our life, for all that is our life, we sing our thanks and praise. For all that is a gift, which we are called to use to build the common good and make our own days glad. And here we have gathered when we have gathered side by side, circle of kinship, come and step inside. May all who seek here find a kindly word. May all who speak here feel they have been heard. Sing now together this our heart's own song. Here we have gathered, called to celebrate days of our lifetime, matter small and great. We of all ages live out our span, infants and sages, sharing what we can. Sing now together this our heart's own song. Life has its battles, sorrows and regrets, but in the shadows let us not forget. We who are gathered know each other's pain. Kindness can heal us as we give again. Sing now in friendship this our heart's own song.
Welcome to the Namakwa Unitarian Universalist Congregation. We are glad you are here. My name is AnnMarie Kajencki. My pronouns are she, her, and I am your worship associate this beautiful Sunday morning. This is a come as you are congregation, and you are welcome here just as you are. I want to extend a special welcome to any visitors. We would love to stay connected, so please sign up for our communications at the main entrance. Here at Namakwa UU, we foster a beloved community that celebrates diversity, strives for peace and justice, acts mindfully for the good of the planet, and inspires spiritual growth through a free and loving search for truth and meaning. We honor the ground we walk upon and acknowledge this land as the traditional and ancestral homeland of the Arapaho, Cheyenne, Ute, and Lakota nations and peoples. We recognize and honor the indigenous peoples as the original stewards of this land and vow to reconcile the deep wounds that still shape our world today. We are busy this Sunday, exclamation point. After the service today, getting to know UU, this is a welcome gathering for newcomers who want to learn more about Namakwa and Unitarian Universalism in Reverend Dana's office. Feel free to bring your questions. Meet the City Council candidates on September 28th, that's today. Also on October 5th, October 12th, we will host several City Council candidates for a casual meet and greet in the sanctuary right after the service. Bring your questions and take this opportunity to connect with those who want to represent our community. This week, we have many wonderful activities coming up. Please flip over your order of service to see the full list. Here are 4 highlights. Oh, there are more than 4 highlights here. This Wednesday evening, there is a vigil for the homeless outside the City Council chambers from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. As winter approaches, this vigil offers a space to honor and remember unhoused lives lost in northern Colorado and across the country. 500 East 3rd Street, Loveland, CO. Join your theological journey with Reverend Dana. Join us for a special 8-week conversation as we explore what you find most meaningful while clarifying your own beliefs, values, and perspectives. Classes will be Thursdays at 1 p.m. or 6:30 p.m. September 28th through November 13th. This class is offered at 2 different times to better fit your schedule. You are also welcome to participate in person or on Zoom. Register with the link in our weekly announcements. Sign up for small group ministry. This is a monthly gathering of 7 to 10 people to discuss our monthly topics and what's happening in each other's lives. We are currently taking registrations to form new groups for the year. The online link to sign up is in the weekly announcements. Jessie, would you like to talk to Hey Singers?
Hey, singers. We have rehearsals on Monday nights, 6:30 to 8, and we have a lot of fun, and we're going to sing some really pretty music. And if you don't think you're a singer, you're wrong.
Next Sunday, the compassionate art of listening. Throughout our lives, whether we want to admit it or not, we are in relationships of interdependence and mutuality. We bless each other by learning to listen to each other with open and loving hearts. Small group ministry is a great practice, growing our hearts and our relationships in community. Join Reverend Dana, Jessie, Slip, and others for this service exploring the art of listening. Please join us after this service next door in Parker Hall for coffee, sugar and flour, and stimulating conversation. And thank you to everyone involved in today's service.
Thank you, AnnMarie. I'm looking forward to that flower. Yeah. I wanted to let you know that the congregation's leadership would like you to know that, like many of you, we are concerned about the increased risk of safety due to the current rhetoric against liberals. Maybe this has been on your mind too? So to add another layer of safety, we have decided to hire Precision Security to provide an armed, uniformed security guard outside our building each Sunday for the next month or so, and we will decide whether we want to continue at that point. Feel free to say good morning to our guard. His name is Mike. He's a really cool guy. He's really friendly. He'd love to tell you good morning. He's just here to keep us safe. Precision Security welcomes the opportunity to protect liberal communities. So we continue to review our safety and security practices so we can provide the safest space possible for all of us to gather. If you have questions or concerns, please talk with either me or our Health and Welfare Ministry Chair, Tom Mitchell. Tom, do you want to wave so people can see who you are? Thank you. Okay, great. Thank you. And if you did not get a rock for our ceremony later, you're not going to stone the minister. And the minister is not already stoned. I couldn't resist, just couldn't resist. We are Colorado. But we are doing a ceremony later that includes having a rock. So if you don't have one already, Kathy Hartman, thank you for bringing this sack of rocks around. So be sure to get one from her. And for those of you on Zoom, good morning. And I would like to invite you to find a small rock to hold and a small bowl of water to use during our forgiveness ritual. So with all of that said, the acknowledgement of the Jewish New Year, Rosh Hashanah, and Yom Kippur, I share these words that I adapted from Rabbi Jack Reamer. Now is the time for turning. The leaves are beginning to turn from green to red and orange, and the birds are beginning to turn and head once more towards the south. The animals are beginning to store their food for the winter. The humans are too, I'm sure. And for leaves, birds, and animals, turning comes instinctively. But for us, turning does not come so easily. It takes an act of will for us to make a turn. It means breaking with old habits. It means admitting that we have been wrong. And this is never easy, unless it is for you. Is anybody? Yeah, not easy. It means losing face. It means starting all over again. And this is always painful. It means saying, I'm sorry. It means recognizing that we have the ability to change, that these things are hard to do. But unless we turn, we will be trapped forever in yesterday's ways. I'll say that again. But unless we turn, we will be trapped forever in yesterday's ways. So help us to turn from callousness to sensitivity, from hostility to love, from pettiness to purpose, from envy to contentment, from carelessness to discipline, and from fear to faith. Turn us around and bring us back towards what is of ultimate worth in our lives. Revive our lives as at the beginning, and turn us towards each other, for in isolation there is no life. And with that, let us remember that we are a community, not in isolation, but together, as we say our affirmation. Love is the spirit of this congregation, and service its call. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another. Now I invite you to share the spirit of love by greeting all of those around you. Okay. Yeah.
Thanks. I did it. Sure did. We will. I've been thinking about you. Okay, good. We will. Yeah. Okay.
Let us stand and sing.
Return again, return again, return to the home of your soul.
Return again, return again, return to the home of your soul. Return to who you are, return to what you are, return to where you are, born and reborn again. Return to who you are, return to what you are, return to where you are, born and reborn again.
Return again, return to the home of your soul. Return again, return again, return to the home of your soul.
Return again, return again, return to the home of your soul. Return again, return again, return to the home of your soul. Return to who you are, return to what you are, return to where you are, born and reborn again. Return to who you are, return to what you are, return to where you are, born and reborn again. Return again, return again, return to the home of your soul. Return again, return again, return to the home of your soul.
Oh my goodness, I have a story. Who's joining me? Oh good, oh good, oh good. All right. Fantastic. Good to see you, Sasha. Good morning, good morning. Oh my goodness, you have a story on your hand. I love it. Now, for this one, I don't have a book with pictures. Come sit next to me if you want to. Oh, what you got? That's cool. I thought those were goggles for a moment. That's pretty funny. Yeah.
Do the wheels of death.
The wheels of death, I know. So if you want to see some pictures, I did put some pictures on some slides as I tell this story. So you might see some up there if you want to. But this is a story about what if nobody forgave. Have you ever thought about that? What if nobody ever forgave? Would life be a very good place? No. Maybe not. Okay. In a land far away, a wise old man who knew a great deal about people because he traveled from place to place arrived at a very strange village. And in this town, all the people were carrying what seemed to be great giant bundles on their backs, and they couldn't look around very well, and they never looked up because of the heavy burdens that they were carrying. Oh my goodness. Puzzled, the wise old man finally stopped a young fellow and said, "My good man, I am a stranger here, and I am fascinated by these large bundles that you carry but never seem to put down." What is their purpose? Oh, these, answered the young fellow in a matter-of-fact kind of way. These are our grudges. My, said the wise old man, there's a lot of grudges to collect at your age. Oh, they're not all mine. Most of them were passed down through my family. The young fellow heaved a weary sigh. See that man over there? I have quite a load of grudges against his family. His great-great-grandfather called mine a horse thief when they were both wanting to be elected mayor. So the wise man looked around and he shook his head sadly. And he looked so unhappy. Is there no way to get rid of these burdens? We've forgotten how, said the young fellow, shifting his load a little bit. You see, at first we were proud of our grudges. Tourists came from miles around to see our grudges. But after a few years, Grudgeville became a dreary place, and nobody came, and we had forgotten how to stop holding our grudges. So if you really want to get rid of those grudges, said the wise old man, I think I know 5 magic words that will do the trick. You do? You do? Asked the fellow hopefully. That would be a miracle. I'll go and get the mayor and call the people of Grudgeville together. And off he went, as fast as his grudges would let him. And the mayor lost no time calling the people to the village square. The mayor and his wise old man stood on a platform where they could see all the hunched over villagers. And when the people had quieted down, the mayor said, "Good people of Grudgeville, a wonderful thing has happened. Come on up, you guys." No, oh, you don't have to. Okay. Anyhow, I love your company, but only if you want to. It's okay. So the mayor and he said, "Good people of Grudgeville, a wonderful thing has happened. A very wise stranger has come into our village. He says he can tell us the magic words that will get rid of these grudges we have been carrying for generations. How many of you would like to be able to straighten up, have your grudges disappear? Me too, me too. Look at the world in a whole new way. Listen to the wise words of our visitor and then do as he tells you." And he said, "My friends, there are simple words, yet some people find them hard to say," said the wise stranger. "I think you have to have the courage to speak them. The trick is that you must say them to each other and truly mean it. The first 2 words are, I'm sorry. Can you say them? Let's all say it. I'm sorry. And the other 3 words are, I forgive you. I forgive you. Now say these words to each other." And there was a long pause and then a low grumble from the townspeople. First one person and then another said the words. And soon they were all saying them to each other, quietly at first and then louder. And then, would you believe it? Just like the wise man predicted, all the grudges disappeared. And what joy there was in town. People were heard saying, "Look at how those trees have grown." And, "Is that you, Jim? How good to see your face." There was dancing in the streets that day, and it wasn't long before the mayor changed the name of the town to Joy Town. Almost as good as Loveland. Joy Town. Okay. All right. Let's sing you guys out to class. Sing to the power of the love within. Sing to the power of the love within. Lift up your voice, be not afraid. Sing to the power of the love within. Thank you. Yeah, it is. Just making sure. Well, we have the great joy of celebrating new members today. As each person, I know, we're going to clap and everything. As each person joins our congregation, our church is reconstituted and brought more fully alive, as it happened when you joined as well, those of you that are members. And as each of us joins, our lives and our possibilities expand in new and sometimes unexpected ways. Just the other day, someone was like, well, there's this new person, and they had this really cool idea. That's how we expand. Each of us has our own story of when we came to this church for the first time. As we recall our own journey into membership, I invite you to celebrate how we are all renewed as members of this congregation when new people join. Jan? Use your mic. Okay, thanks. Is it on? Oh, by Jove. Now it's working. There you go. Thank you.
Would all new members please join us here at the front of the sanctuary? And as you approach, would you please step to the mic and briefly introduce yourselves?
Good. Me too. Let's be short together.
I'm Judy Pasek. I first was introduced to Unitarian Universalism by accident in the late 1980s. So I've been a Unitarian for a long time, in several different congregations, starting in Lincoln, Nebraska, then Raleigh, North Carolina, Laramie, Wyoming, and in Fort Collins. And I still live in Fort Collins, but I decided to check out Namakwa because I was looking for a different experience in choir and also a more welcoming community. And so I've been singing in the choir here since March as a tenor.
Yeah, she's a great tenor.
Yes. And I'm married to Randy, who you will meet there in a second as well. I am a retired entomologist and a retired science and engineering librarian.
Awesome. Good.
All right. Hey.
Thank
Randy
you.
Schrader is my name. Yeah.
Go ahead and use the mic.
I guess I can do that. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. Well, if you haven't figured it out already, I get a little nervous, in front of a bunch of people. But yeah. Well, I was raised Lutheran, and I married Judy, and so here I am.
Love it. Right on.
But I'm a retired cabinet maker, and I spend my days either shooting pool or playing with our dogs. So
Nice.
that's pretty
Wonderful.
much it.
That's awesome. Thank you both.
Howdy, name's Frank Morgan. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland, and I've lived in East Loveland a total of like 10 months now. I live with my cats, and I've gone to a few Unitarian churches over the years. This is the first one I've become a member of, maybe because I moved out here and didn't know anybody, and just kind of want a place to belong. I'm also a Zen student at Great Mountain Zen Center, where I volunteer as their social media coordinator. Ironically, I don't use social media and spend my free time offline birding, cycling, and doing art and skating and such. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Frank.
One person who was not able to join us today because she tested positive for COVID, but I understand it was fortunately a
false positive.
Yes, is
Yeah.
Megan Holloway. and you guys may have seen her. She's been attending since early in the spring, and she has short, curly hair. She's a mother of, I believe, 2 children, and is an artist. She lives up in the mountains, and so you'll see her in the future. She'll have another chance to introduce herself to you. And thank you all for your introductions. They were stupendous. For over 20 years, people have gathered in this faith community seeking a deeper meaning and higher purpose for their lives. We are grateful that you too have ventured through our doors. We hope that as a member, your path will join with each of ours in mutual respect, acceptance, and love, as we are each strengthened and comforted by each other's presence.
As new members of Namakwa Unitarian Universalist Congregation, do you join our covenant to affirm and promote the principles and the shared values of Unitarian Universalism? Do you accept the differences among us as opportunities for growth? And will you contribute your time, talent, and treasure as you are able toward making this a vital and loving community? I do. Awesome.
Will members of Namakwa Unitarian Universalist Congregation please stand? Members of Namakwa Unitarian Universalist Congregation, will you welcome these people into our congregation? Will you warmly reach out to them in friendship, include them in our activities and fellowship? Will you be open to their unique gifts and perspectives? Will you extend a warm welcome to each of them, remembering that each of us was once a new member as well?
Yes, we will. Okay. And I invite you to join with me as we dedicate ourselves to our mission. Namakwa Unitarian Universalist Congregation fosters a beloved community that celebrates diversity, strives for peace and justice, acts mindfully for the good of the planet, and inspires spiritual growth through a free and loving search for truth and meaning. And we dedicate ourselves to our vision, if you'll say it with me, to radiate love, peace, and justice. And we dedicate ourselves to our covenant that includes fostering authentic connections with each other through love, laughter, praise, goodwill, and action. In the spirit of love and freedom, we reaffirm our sacred promises to one another. May the relationships that we have recognized today be a source of growth, strength, courage, and joy to all. You may be seated. And Rebecca.
On behalf of the Board of Trustees, it is my privilege to welcome you as the newest members of Namakwa Unitarian Universalist Congregation. We hope you find with us a place where you can both nurture your spirit and be part of the healing world.
Becoming a member of this church is an important step, but it is only a first step. I charge you, new members, and I charge anew those of you who have been members for some time, to grow on your spiritual journey and nurture your connections with us. We warmly and sincerely invite you to bring stories of vulnerability and strength, of joy and sorrow, of doubt and faith. We invite your questions and pledge to support you as you live into the answers you seek.
We have a few gifts of gratitude and welcome for you. One gift is a chalice and a candle. And do I just keep them?
Yeah.
Okay. May it symbolize the light within you and within our tradition. May it illuminate our way as it is combined with the light we each bring. You will also find a beautiful flower as a symbol of the beauty created in our community together.
And as we conclude, we invite each of you to light a candle and place your candle in the sand as a symbol of your light joining ours in community. So you'll come over here. And I will light one candle for Megan, who is not able to be here, but does not have COVID. Yay. So I'll put that over there. There you go. So you can hand them out now. Good. Good. You look so nice today, Frank. You always look great. It's beautiful. Oh. Okay. Wonderful. So congratulations. You are now members of Namakwa Unitarian Universalist Congregation. Woo! May your light shine brightly among us for many years to come. So thank you for being here. We're so glad to have you.
The household in which I was raised taught me, indoctrinated me to accept certain life truths, life realities, such as homosexuals suffer from mental illness simply because they are homosexuals, and that African Americans and people of color, period, are intellectually inferior to Caucasians. I was taught that my life path, my destiny, was to marry at age 19 and to have 6 children. In addition, as I was growing up, I frequently heard in my family and elsewhere the words, "I will never forgive you. I can never forgive him, and I will never get over this," whatever this was. As I grew older, I came to realize that many things I was taught, that I was expected to swallow and accept as God's truth, were false. No question about it. And I did not marry at age 19 because, quite frankly, I simply forgot. This idea, this concept that forgiveness, that the act of forgiving is not an option, not a choice, I rejected decades ago. Not letting go of a negative, hurtful experience allows it to fester and become worse. I knew as a child that being nice towards another is much easier than being unkind. Being mean to others takes a great amount of energy. Consider the amount of time and space despising someone takes up in your head, rent-free. The negative we cling to harms us. It's similar to placing our palm on a hot burner and refusing to remove it, even though we're causing a 3rd-degree burn to our flesh. In the year 2000, I viewed a documentary that changed my mind about what I had been taught about not letting go and forgiving another. The documentary focuses on an individual I used to mock and laugh at. Tammy Faye Baker and her husband Jim in the late 1970s and early 1980s were popular evangelists who had a very popular show called the PTL Club, Praise the Lord Club. Each week, Tammy Faye would shed tears and her thick mascara would run down her face, similar to Carrie Underwood's song, Cry Pretty. The Bakers were proponents of the prosperous gospel, encouraging viewers to donate money for the promise of earthly and heavenly rewards. Their Praise the Lord empire collapsed amid financial and sexual scandal, thanks to Jim. He resigned in 1987, was imprisoned, and was divorced from Tammy in 1992. Tammy Faye, in 1985, did an on-air interview with an openly gay Christian minister, Steve Peters, who had HIV/AIDS. She should not have even been speaking to that abomination to God. She did. She spoke to him as if he were a human being. And she became an outspoken advocate for the gay community. All these events can be explored further via the internet. I would like to mention a small segment from the documentary that resonated with me all these years and to which I frequently make reference. She speaks about the pain and suffering she experienced during her fall from grace, in particular, the pain and suffering caused by her cheating husband and by their dear friend, Jerry Falwell, who took over the club and raked in millions of dollars. He deeply wronged them. She says she carried this pain, this resentment, hatred, ill feeling. She carried this heavy weight day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year, until one day, as she so aptly says, she laid that body down. She compares the negative emotional weight she held inside for years to that of trying to carry a dead body. Think for a moment how cumbersome, how nearly impossible it would be to carry a dead body around with you everywhere you go, when you're awake and when you're asleep. Upon seeing that documentary, I no longer mocked or laughed at Tammy Faye. Once I saw what incredible changes she had made within herself, and her wisdom I am now able to share with you. For those of us who carry still debilitating emotional burdens, listen to Tammy Faye's excellent advice. Lay that body down. This act is similar to forgiving someone who has horribly, terribly, irresponsibly, unconscionably, selfishly wronged you. The primary purpose of forgiveness is to free the forgiver from negative emotions such as anger and resentment, allowing for emotional healing, improved mental health and physical health, and the ability to move forward from past hurts. Forgiveness is a personal choice that does not require forgetting or condoning the offense, nor does it necessitate reconciling with the person who caused the harm. Tammy Faye changed her beliefs, her attitudes towards gay and transgender individuals. I changed my attitude towards Tammy Faye from mocking and mean to respectful and, quite frankly, to admiration. May we realize, may we understand that we can learn to soften our hearts. We can learn to forgive others. We can learn to be kinder. And may we not hesitate to emulate Tammy Faye and lay that body down.
Thank you so much, AnnMarie. Now is the time for our morning offering. Each week, you support the work of this congregation in all the ways that we live our values in the world with your generosity. In addition to supporting this congregation, part of your donations support a local nonprofit organization which this time happens to be Habitat for Humanity. Their mission is to put God's love into action, bringing people together to build homes, communities, and hope. Habitat for Humanity is a movement of people in your local area and around the world working together to build a more prosperous and vibrant community, to make sure everyone has a decent, safe, and affordable place to call home. Amen. So please support them as generously as you can. Thank you.
That was
Have you been trying too hard? Have you been holding too tight? Have you been worrying too much lately? All night. Whatever we've lost, I think we're gonna let it go. So let it fall like snow. 'Cause rain and leaves and snow and tears and stars, and that's not all, my friend. They fall with confidence and grace. So let it fall, let it fall. Have you been caring too much how this one ends? You know it's not the kind of fight that you lose or win. When you're down so low, you feel the imprint of the ground on skin. Look around, breathe in. 'Cause rain and leaves and snow and tears and stars, and that's not all, my friends. They fall with confidence and grace. So let it fall, let it fall. 'Cause rain and leaves and snow and tears and stars, and that's not all, my friend. They all fall with confidence and grace. So let it fall, let it fall. So let it fall, let it fall.
Yeah. How lucky are we? Thank you both. That was beautiful. So we come together each week to share our lives and to care for one another through all that life brings. If you happen to have a brief personal joy or sorrow that you would like to share, please come forward or raise your hand and I will bring you the microphone. And those of you on Zoom, please feel free to post in the chat. Thank you. Oh.
I have some gratitude that my brother-in-law, Randy, is home after a scary spell in the hospital recently.
Yeah. Good. Thank you. May we hold our family and his family in our hearts. Thank you. Terry.
Good morning, I'm Terry. I have a joy and sorrow. My sorrow is that I've listed my home here in Loveland for sale. My joy is that I've made the decision to move closer to my grandkids, who are 5 and 7, so I can spend more time and be with them. The process will take a while. I'll still be coming here. This is been a rescue to my heart, Namakwa, and it means a lot to me. And thank you, everyone.
Oh, we'll miss you, Terry. We hold you in our hearts. Yeah. May this transition go well.
Good morning. Hi, I'm Summer. As some of you know, my mom has advanced dementia, and we're getting ready to move her. It's been, we were on a pause after she was assaulted by her caregiver in December of last year.
Oh, no.
So that court process is, talk about forgiveness.
Yeah.
So that court process is finished, so now I'm able to move her. So I would ask for just thoughts and prayers for my mom. It's a really scary transition. We're moving her to Saudi Arabia, which is not her home country, but she'll have really fabulous care. But she's very scared, and it's very hard. And I'm also like, I'm scared for her. So please give her lots of love and prayers, and send some for me too.
Yes, yes. Well, we hold you in our hearts, and we hold your mom in our hearts. May that transition go smoothly, and let us know if there's anything we can do. Yeah, thank you, Summer. Others? Ma'am.
My older son is suffering from a long ago violation and has not yet reasserted himself. He needs strength to carry on. So if you could send him some strength, I would be grateful. Thank you.
Absolutely. Ma'am, we hold Alan and you in our hearts with love. May there be healing. Yeah, thank you. And may we take a few moments to hold in our hearts all of the suffering in our country and all of the suffering in our world. May we pour out love and compassion for healing. And may we take a moment and in our minds settle into our own hearts and the unspoken joys and concerns that are there with you every day. And let us recognize and honor those sitting next to you and their unspoken joys and concerns. And may we hold each other in our hearts. May it be so. Amen. In the children's story from earlier today, with the people and all their grudges, I started to wonder, were those people lonely? Did they manage to have any friends? Were they so divided by old and new grudges that all the trust for anybody was completely gone? What a dismal way to live. And yet, we see and know people living from that perspective every day. And the results are bullying and intimidation, overwhelming fear, paranoia. This lack of being accepted creates deep, deep loneliness and alienation, just to name a few. We may not always realize it, but we have agreements, spoken and unspoken, for how we act with our families and friends in our congregations. When people agree to actually respect each other and to listen to each other, to truly care for one another with love at the center, it builds a foundation of trust. When people trust those around them not to judge and tear them down, but instead to accept them and respect them and support them, then they have finally found a place where they can truly belong. We here at Namakwa Unitarian Universalist Congregation want to be a place where everyone can feel that they belong, that they can be themselves. I hope you can all be yourself here, each and every one of you. And that we can think for ourselves rather than a place where we have to conform to fit in. Some of you have had to do that before, maybe all of us. You see, 400 years ago, our Unitarian Universalist ancestors, the Puritans, wanted this too. And as they were escaping the corrupt hierarchy in the English and European churches, so they created the idea of guiding relationships with each other by covenanting with each other and within the congregation. And this practice of covenant is still at the core of who we are today. We don't have creeds, but we covenant with each other for how we will be together based on our values and our ideals. We spell out how we will take care of each other so we continuously create this place of welcome and belonging. And even with the best of intentions and efforts, we get it wrong. Misunderstandings happen. We make mistakes, we get jealous, we get caught up in our own needs, and we want and forget to think of others. We get mad and angry. We misinterpret others' intentions and actions. It happens. So to be in a covenantal relationship is to recognize it will get broken. We know we will screw up. We all do. So the real question is, how do we repair it? It takes humble self-reflection to be honest about ourselves and each other and each other's actions. To remember the inherent worth and dignity of those with whom we disagree, and to ask forgiveness, and to also forgive. This is the only way of repair. Well, this is an important way of repair. The famous Universalist preacher from the early 1800s, Hosea Ballou, said, "If we agree in love, there is no disagreement that can do us injury. But if we do not, no other agreement can do us any good. Let us endeavor to keep the unity of the Spirit in the bonds of peace." I think he's right. If we do not stay grounded in love, what's the point? Nothing else works. But if we stay committed to our values, especially when it's hard, then the relationships in our lives can be our greatest teachers. We can't really grow without them. The 5 magic words, I'm sorry and I forgive you, are magic because they change everything in an instant. They're magic. And they create a new beginning. They repair the covenant. We are in the midst of the Jewish New Year and the High Holy Days. This coming Wednesday and Thursday is the Jewish holiday of Yom Kippur, otherwise known as the Day of Atonement. It is a time of considering one's past year and where there needs to be repair. This is the practice of humbly recognizing all the ways that we have fallen out of relationship with ourselves, others, and that which is larger than ourselves. The cost of these broken relationships is increased loneliness and isolation, missed opportunities for love and joy in our lives. I don't want to miss any more of those opportunities. I don't know about you. My life's too short. It is said that the best way to learn how to live is to contemplate death. In the book, The Top 5 Regrets of the Dying, A Life Transformed by Dearly Departing, by Bronnie Ware, tells us that the top regrets mentioned by those who are dying are: 1, I wish I'd had the courage to live a life true to myself and not the life others expected of me. 2, I wish I hadn't worked so hard. 3, I wish I had had the courage to express my feelings. And 4, I wish I had stayed in touch with my friends. And 5, I wish I had let myself be happier. Do you resonate with any of these? When we take time to consider our lives and what matters most, our regrets, what actions we need to take to set things right with others, what we need to forgive and let go of, it is like giving our souls, our spirits, our inner selves a beautiful cleansing shower, cleansing ourselves of all that darken our days. It can be painful, but it is a powerful and even priceless gift to give to ourselves. As Tammy Faye Baker said, let us lay that body down and begin again by returning to love once more. And now I invite you to join me in our forgiveness ritual. Hopefully each of you have a rock. So I invite you to hold your rock. Rocks can symbolize many things. Just look at your rock. Think about your rock. Feel it. And today, let it represent all of the hard places within yourself. Breathing in, feel love that you have received from others. And breathing out, feel your love that you give to others. Let us be grounded in love. Breathing in, feel love that others give you, and breathing out, the love that you give to others. Love, caring, and generosity are like fountains of water flowing in and flowing out. And then there are all these things that happen that get in the way of this flow. Consider your hurt feelings, your misunderstandings, mistakes, or even harm that others have caused you and that we have caused others. This is the baggage we often carry with us throughout our days and nights. Can you hold these gently and with kindness, like you're holding this hard rock? Be gentle with yourself and in your remembering. Return to the breath of love as you hold these hard things. I invite you to breathe in love and compassion for yourself as you remember all that you have endured. And breathing out, flow into your rock. As you let go of holding on to the hurt. Feel free to do this as many times as feels right. Breathing in love and compassion for yourself as you remember all that you have endured. And breathe it out into the rock as you let go. And now let us breathe in those regrets, all that you need forgiveness, all that you wish was different. And breathe out into your rock forgiveness for yourself, and hold yourself with compassion and love. Sometimes this is the hard part, having compassion and love for yourself. No matter what has happened in your past, you deserve love. So what do you need to do to make things right with yourself and others? What are you ready to let go of? What are you ready to let go of? Let these thoughts, feelings, and emotions flow into this rock. And from Lewis B. Smedes, he says, forgiving does not erase the bitter past. A healed memory is not a deleted memory. Instead, forgiving what we cannot forget creates a new way to remember. We change the memory of our past into a hope for our future. I invite you to join with me in our musical meditation. For remaining, that's okay. For remaining silent when a single voice would have made a difference. We forgive ourselves and each other. We begin again in love.
For each time that our fears have made us rigid and inaccessible,
we forgive ourselves and each other. We begin again in love.
For each time that we have struck out in anger without just cause,
we forgive ourselves and each other. We begin again in love.
For each time that our greed has blinded us to the needs of others,
we forgive ourselves and each other. We begin again in love.
for the selfishness which sets us apart and alone,
we forgive ourselves and each other. We begin again in love.
for falling short of the admonitions of the Spirit,
we forgive ourselves and each other. We begin again in love.
losing sight of our unity,
Forgive ourselves
and each other, we begin again in love.
for those and for so many acts, both evident and subtle, which have fueled the illusion of separateness.
We forgive ourselves and each other. We begin again in love.
So if you are ready to let go of whatever you put into that rock, I invite you to come forward to place the rock into a bowl of water, the water of our community, to wash away your burden that you are ready to lay down. And however it may feel right to you, to continue holding on to your rock as a symbol of all the hard places within you that are always with you. Wash the rock when you are ready. So please line up here and come forward if you wish. And if it is a challenge for you to come forward, raise your hand and one of us will collect your rock and put it in the water for you. Can you help me move this forward? We're going to go right to the edge. Oh, thank you. Just go back and sit down, yeah. Linda, you guys, you might want to go around. Marion, you can go around that way. Yeah.
A poem by Rosemary Watola Trommer titled More Love, More Love. If sorrow is how we learn to love, then let us learn. Already enough sorrow's been sown for whole continents to erupt into astonishing tenderness. Let us learn. Let compassion grow rampant like sunflowers along the highway. Let each act of kindness replant itself into acres and acres of widespread devotion. Let us choose love as if our lives depend on it. The sorrow is great. Let us learn to love greater. Riotous love, expansive love, love so rooted, so common, we almost forget the world could look any other way.
Thank you. Let's sing.
When our heart is in a holy place, when our heart is in a holy place, we are blessed with love and amazing grace. When our heart is in a holy place, when we trust the wisdom in each of us, every color of every Eden kind, and we see our faces in each other's eyes, then our heart is in a holy place. When our heart is in a holy place, when our heart is in a holy place, we are blessed with love and amazing grace. When our heart is in a holy place, when we tell the story from deep inside, and we listen with a loving mind, and we hear our voices in each other's words, then our heart is in a holy place. When our heart is in a holy place, when our heart is in a holy place, we are blessed with love and amazing grace. Our heart is in a holy place. When we share the silence of sacred space, and the God of our heart stirs within, and we live the power of each other's faith, then our heart is in a holy place. When our heart is in a holy place, when our heart is in a holy place, we are blessed with love and amazing grace. Our heart is in a holy place. When our heart is in a holy place.
I invite you to reach out and connect with all of those around you in whatever way is comfortable for you. As we end our time together in spiritual community, may we depart this sacred space
knowing that blessings shall follow us all the days of our lives if we live in and return to right relationships.
if we extend grace and forgiveness to ourselves and others.
If we behold mercy as a spiritual superpower.
If we emanate the great love that holds us close.
May our lives radiate the blessings that we have been given. May kindness and compassion fall gently from us.
And may there be peace in the world and may it begin again with us. May it be so. Amen.